Hi everybody, here's Krystian from Teamwork Cast.
And I am Fox Putty from the Mobius strip. Wait, what? I don't know. I gotta think about these things before I start saying
I buy it. It's okay. This is CCG Archeology, and we are still opening Proteus boosters. It kind of feels a bit wasteful to just open them and do nothing with them, but we're going to eventually draft the rest of those boosters. So if you watch part 1, then this is the right way to continue right now, because we will be skipping over the cards a little bit that we already saw, because the first part was so incredibly long.
Yeah. And I mean, seriously, you can just make a cube out of this. Somehow.
I will, yeah. I mean, that's totally the reason why we're opening those, because we will eventually turn them into cubes. It's just while we have the booster packs, we can also draft them. So, but like with 12 boosters, there's not much you can do.
Expendable family member.
Expendable family member, indeed. So we already had this one. All hands, we already had this one. Skull cap.
Ooh, a reference straight from that one.
From the top of my dome, as I rock the microphone. Anyways, this is a zero-cost program, 1 MU, prevent any amount of net or brain damage with a trash. Any amount of net or brain damage. That's pretty good.
What? Turn up that feed, you wiggly meat things!
Can you please read the entire flavor text for me? Because this is a quote from Rache Bartmos.
Just the superficial sort of icon that someone grounded too far in reality would think up. Turn up the feed, you wiggly meat things! This is the net! Nothing's real! You have no head! Wow. Yeah.
Bartmos is a pretty hardcore guy. Liberated savings accounts, we already had this guy. He's still pleasuring himself on that CD-ROM. Rush Hour, we already had that as well. Data Comp, we already had this as well. Project Venice.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's a nice agenda here. So this is an agenda asset for every 3 advanced encounters over Project Venice difficulty that are on Project Venice when you score it, gain an action during each of your turns. What?
That's so insane! I mean...
Okay, 3 advanced encounters is a lot, so you have to advance like 7 times. But then you get an action.
I can see this
time.
as like an inspiration for AstroScript, though.
No, this is actually an inspiration for mandatory upgrades.
Nah.
But the thing is, like, when this is more expensive than mandatory upgrades, but you can get even more clicks than just one additional one, and you can. It's still like a 4-2 if you don't want to get this as extra click. So that's I think it's a really good one. Marionette. It is an ice-centric killer, treasure program, and the run, 2 subroutines. And then if a runner passes Marionette, pay 1 credit to uninstall it and store it in HQ. It's a 3-0.
See, if the other 0 cost get money when they pass, if it also had that line that says, if runner passes Marionette, pay 1 to uninstall it, that would be awesome.
That would be pretty great. Doppelganger antibody. When runner accesses doppelganger antibody, you may... Oh god, this is such a long text here. Pay 2 credits to give the runner doppelganger counter if doppelganger is not installed. Even if doppelganger is not installed, ignore this effect if runner accesses doppelganger from the archives. Each doppelganger counter causes runner to lose 1 credit at the start of each of his or her turns. Runner may take an action and to pay 4 credits to remove a doppelganger counter. If doppelganger is successful on D, runner must show it to you.
Stop talking! Please don't talk anymore.
It's a trap that makes the runner lose credits instead of. It's okay, I guess. I don't know. It's a powerful card. It's just such a very complicated way to express this. Misleading access menus. We already had this. Test spin. Prep. Search your stack for a program and install it at no cost. Shuffle your stack. If you install the program this way, make it run. After the run, shuffle that program into your stack, unless it is no longer in play, in which case lose 4 credits plus the installation cost.
This is your rare. Also, in the 90s, we said things like, let's go for a spin. We didn't say let's go for a run.
So this is test run.
Yeah.
But it's a test run that does exactly all those things that doesn't do all those things that you play test run for in the new LCG. Because if you lose the breaker, which is something that you want to do with a test run, in the LCG, you get like a lot of problems with that. You lose 4 credits plus its installation costs. If this is more than the number of bits in your pool, suffer at the difference in meat damage. It's like, wow. People really don't want you to test run Scavenge FM in this game.
Foobar.
We already had this one.
Everything's gone foobar.
Highlighter.
There can be only one.
And Dogpile. Corporate Guard registered trademark Temps. Play 2 times X credits when you play a Corporate Guard registered trademark Temps to gain an action during each of your next X turns. Forfeit the next X you gain.
Now you see why they never bill in advance?
This is a broken card. Oh, wait a minute. This is a really crazy card. So you pay twice a month. So let's say you want, for the next 3 turns, you want an additional click. You pay 6 credits. But then the next 3 credits you get, you don't get them. So in total, you pay 9 credits for this.
That's really strange.
So this is weird. You kind of pay 9 credits, 3 times the amount of rounds you get an additional click for. But the thing is, like, in most times I would probably just pay 1. Like, get an additional click.
Yeah.
Once. So I would pay, like, maybe 2 credits, and then, yeah, so it's for that would be really great, because then it's like, for 3 credits you get an additional click. So it's better than, what's that card?
Hey, separate those into corporate and runner stacks.
Oh, that's a good idea. So it's better. So it's better than Biotic Labor.
It's like a biotic labor you can pay for, and then if you have a ton of money, if you're sitting there swimming in cash, you can be like, I want like 4 actions.
So this is 8 runner cards and 7 corp cards.
All right. Let's look at it. I want to see this pro opening skills right here. Yeah. You've got it, man. You've got it. The Falco finger, no.
Chiba Bank. Holy crap! Look at this guy! Holy crap!
That guy's got so many. Are those rocks or armor or muscles? What's going on there?
This is like armor. Yeah, this is like armor biceps kind of stuff. Resource hidden. Chiba Bank account. 1 credit. Trash. Gain 4 credits. You may use this ability whenever you pay any cost or penalty.
I really like the flavor text on this one too.
Yeah, go ahead.
We keep your money safe by. Oh wait, from prying eyes.
So there's like this loan from Chiba card, and I think this is like the guy that makes sure that nobody steals. I mean, it's kind of like the kind of picture they're showing is like really over the top for the kind of effects that they're describing.
So Matt Wilson also did Department of Truth Enhancement, and
yeah, one of our favorite artists, isn't it? So here's the personal touch that you talked about previously.
Yes.
So it's a 4 cost, put a +1 strength counter on an icebreaker. The personal touch that we had in the core set from LCG is way more cheaper. It's 2 credits. This is 4 credits.
Oh, that's nuts.
I think that I've been spending my time and money on any other breaker that if I'd been spending my time and money on any other breaker, then Dahlia, my girlfriend, would have never understood.
Would have understood.
I'm not good at reading things. You're reading this text now. Wired switchboard. Resource hidden. Trash +3 link. Use this ability only after you and the corp have revealed how much each of you spent on a trace attempt.
So
I like this.
This is also Debbie Hughes.
Oh, the same one.
Yeah. I think she did a bunch with the same character.
I use a lot more Okay, you read it a little bit.
I use a lot more explosive than I need, so they think it's a random structure hit. There's no way to track those down, so they don't usually bother. That's
Sunburst.
That's as good as my Seth Rogen impersonation.
It's good, yeah. I love it. All this weed, man, I don't know. Sunburst Cranial Interface. Hardware Deck Cybernetic Stealth. Provides 1 MU and 1 hand size plus put 1 credit from bank on Cranial Interface when it is installed. Use this bit only to pay using icebreakers during run, but not for noisy icebreakers. So this is the stealth. Console that we've been waiting for such a long time, and we still haven't got one. Walking Wall we already had. How many of those?
So many.
Lesser Arcana, Sid Meier Superstore, Snowbank. Oh, nice. Oh man, look at this one. Look at this one. This is great. Right. I love the flavor text. I love all about this card.
This is your rare.
This is great because this is a really great card. So prep bad publicity. You make a run. If your run's successful, the corp gives you 2 tags, and you give the corp 1 bad publicity point for each black ice you encounter during the run. 1 credit for each Black Ops card the corp rests during the run, and 1 for Black Ops agenda you liberate during the run. Oh yeah, so you get no credits. You get all the you give the corporation a lot of bad publicity for each black stuff that you find during this run.
That's crazy.
And so if you look at the artwork, this is really such a great artwork, because basically it says like this, the runner goes to the TV and says, this corporation is evil. I'm going to show you. We're going to do like a live show.
We're doing it live.
Where I like live on TV, I'm going to hack into the corporation server, and you're going to see what kind of weird shit happens to me. And so you get like a close-up of his face while he face checks into all those black eyes and gets hurt, and like, oh my god, this is horrible. And so that's why the corporation gets so much bad publicity, because they kind of like all the horrible defense mechanisms they use.
Oh,
the
man.
illicit defense mechanisms get exploited.
The artwork for this guy, this guy did a bunch of stuff he did Bolt Hole. Disgruntled Ice Technician, Dr. Dreff. He did
Dr. Dre.
He did a whole bunch of stuff, and I think he's also the one that did stuff for Blizzard, but I think he's passed away.
I think this is a really cool card. I would love to see this kind of card. Again, it's because it's using Black Ice and Black Ops and agendas and stuff like that.
Well, especially they just had that big NBN whole like cycle. They could have stuck it in there. The
reason why I liked it additionally is that because it's like this. I know you're gonna do something bad to me. I'm gonna do it, but you're gonna have to pay for this, you know.
Yeah.
Precision bribery, unique. I think we already had this one. Yeah. Bulldozer. That doesn't look like a bulldozer. That looks like a chainsaw.
Did I say that the live news feed was your rare?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a noisy icebreaker. Break wall subroutine plus 2 strength for 1 credit. No, for 2 credits. Plus 1 strength for 2 credits. Okay, if Bulldozer breaks all the subroutines on a wall and the next piece of ice encountered during this run is a sentry, break one of the subroutines on that sentry at no cost. Whenever you break a wall subroutine with Bulldozer, lose a total of 2. This is a very complicated breaker, bro.
That is a complicated breaker. Also, this artist did like 6 cards that all look exactly like this.
Emergency rig, operation transactions, raise a piece of ice at no cost, put X clutch counters on that piece of ice. X cannot be 0. At the start of each of your turns, remove a clutch counter. Trash that piece of ice when the last clutch counter is removed from it.
You know, I'd really like to see them put some, like, temporary hardware. Especially if, like, it's a temporary rig. Like that.
Well, this is a cop card. This is basically an oversight AI but it has, like, a countdown counter. So it goes, like, down. You rest something for free, but it goes down. Oh, I guess it's not for free. You kind of invest some money for it, and depending on how much money you invest, you get that many turns out of this. And then when it gets down to 0, it gets trashed. Or it gets trashed? Trash, yes. Mastermind. That's a really nice artwork. Some really colorful stuff here. Ice Sentry, Black Ice, AP Zombie. 7 cost, 0 strength, a sentry, 2 subroutines, 1 subroutines, do 1 brain damage for each rest piece of ice installed outside Mastermind. And the second subroutine is end the run. Mastermind has +1 strength for each rest piece of ice installed outside of it.
This is also Kino, just Kino.
This is a very mysterious artist. We have to figure.
Kino is related to Brahm. It's got to be. Kino is Brahm's alternate guy.
And 7 corporation cards again.
They must have made it random. Looking at it. Yeah. Oh, this one is good.
Man, I'm learning so much from this one.
You're gonna be a freaking potato chip eating champ.
Well, I know how to open potato chips. This is a bit difficult because the potato chips foil is so loose, and this one has not very many loose spots. It's so very tight around the cards.
But yeah, okay.
Decoys, man, this is this really bad artwork. It's just
What?
It's
It's
black.
like a black thing
with a red button.
It's just, you know, we didn't know much about what virtual reality was like.
Okay, we had this one already. Swiss back account we also had already. Big fracking gun.
Oh yeah, the BFG.
Ah yeah. 6 credits break of up to 5 sentry subroutines on a single piece of ice, and for 1 credit plus 1 strength. 7 strength. What?
This ice is nuts.
And this guy is not messing around. I don't know if I would use it. I probably wouldn't, because 6 is a lot. But it's pretty awesome, gotta say.
But it's a 7 strength. You will never need to pump that thing up ever.
No, and it's just 2 costs, so it's, you know, get it out. But the problem is that you cannot, like, getting through a small sentry is not very cool.
Ice and data.
Ice and Data Special Report. I think that's a Ice and Data is supposed to be some kind of like a magazine or something.
Oh.
Exploits up to 5 cards installed on a single data fort. Wow.
Oh, this is another Max Forward reference.
Huh?
This is another Max Forward reference. Max Forward is a freelance writer and netrunner. It has recently made available to the netrunner community the icebreaker technology he described.
Backdoor to Rivals. Rivals? Resource base link 0, cost base link 2, and for 3 credits you get 1 additional link. Gain 1 credit whenever you successfully use backdoor rivals to avoid a trace. It's a resource for 2 credits. I don't know. It's like just a base link of 2 for 0 credits and just pumping for 3 credits is kind of expensive. Scaffolding. Iceball run. If the runner passes scaffolding, you may choose to install it and store it in HQ. So yeah, this is very close to Himitsubako.
Yeah.
Charity takeover. Man, this artwork.
This is Matt Wilson too. Yeah, this is the Department of Truth Enhancement and Chiba bank account guy.
Oh, our favorite, one of our favorites. Agenda Black Ops bad publicity. Gain 9 credits and 1 bad publicity point. So this is similar to Hostile Takeover, but it's not as good as Hostile Takeover. I mean, it's a 4-1, so that's the problem. Hostile Takeover can be scored from hand, and this can't, and that's a problem. But you get a lot of credits for this for run bad publicity. A Marionette, Thrasher Program, and the run, we already had this one. On the World Mall, we already had this one. Please, let's continue. Misleading access menus, we also had this one. The Deck, Nick, the Deck.
This is
really
your
sweet
rare
artwork. Oh, sweet. Hardware, so it's strength, cost 11, and for 0 credits you get a base link of 5. For 1 credit you get an additional link, provides 1 MU.
Oh, and I'll also need 20 Mobius link. A what? You know, a forwards deck. The Deck. Gotcha. What?
It's the Deck, Nick.
The Deck.
The Deck. Mercenary Subcontract, we also already had. Morphing Tool, we also had. Minotaur, Ice Sentry. Minotaur. For each rest, code gate, or wall installed outside Minotaur, Minotaur has 1 end-to-run subroutine, but it doesn't have any subroutine otherwise.
That's fun. You're building a labyrinth in front of the Minotaur. I love you, Minotaur.
And Siren? This doesn't look like a siren. This looks like a huge spider.
Well, isn't that what the sirens were?
No, they were like mermaids.
No, I thought they were.
Res Siren when you install it. Install Siren only if you pay to res it. What?
Res Siren when you install it. Install Siren only if you pay to res
That's just circular logic right there. 1 credit. If possible, runner must make a run on the fort Siren is installed in instead of the fort he or she was originally going to make a run on. Use this ability only at the start of a run. Oh man, this is so good.
So this is something you hold in your hand until the runner makes a run, and then you're
you have to you install it in a data fort, and the runner has to see it because you have to res it when you install it. And then it's like whenever they make a run, they will be running on this one if you pay a credit.
Oh, so it is a come at me, bro.
Yeah, it's a totally. It's you can kind of like redirect the runners. You can. There's a card that will come out eventually in Netrunner and in LCG, which is called an offer you can't refuse.
Yeah.
Which kind of does something very similar.
This is the come at me, bro. Know that, bro.
Still 8 runner cards.
Nice.
So I guess our runners are getting bonus. Last expansion, or the core set expansion, that was the corpse that always got additional cards. This time it's the runners.
I have a good intuition. There's going to be a world domination in this pack.
All right. Your word in God's ear, as they say.
Is that what they say?
In Germany, they say.
That's weird. We're going to reconnoiter.
Gottes Ohr. Reconnaissance. Make a run whenever the card presses a card. During that run, gain 1 credit. Blah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, you probably won't get a lot of credits for this, but whatever. Skeleton passkeys. Streetwear distributor. The personal touch. Swiss bank account. Doppelganger antibody, the card with the longest text in the world.
That is so cash.
Misleading access menus, lesser arcana, government contract. Love the artwork on this one. Well, it's a government thing. That's not a rare yet. You may advance government contract before and after you res it. Government contract advancement counter. Gain 3 credits. Use these bits only to pay for installing or resing cards. When the end of turn ends, return to the bank any of the 3 you did not spend.
I like that you can advance it after you res it as well. There aren't many cards that do that.
Oh, so it's kind of like a savings account thing. So you advance it, and then you can then spend those counters. It's basically a little bit like a root.
Yeah.
A little bit like root, but yeah, it's not. But root has recurring credits, and this has to be like pre-advanced. I don't know. It's okay. It's cost 2 to trash. Sandstorm.
Like a snow crash, only much grittier.
Man, so many puns going on at the same time.
Krystian. You're not like sand.
What?
Come on, man! It's a Star Wars. Never mind.
Star Wars has a sand reference?
Oh, bad.
Oh, it's like sand. It gets everywhere, you mean? Oh, man, this took me some time.
I failed so hard.
It's not a very well-known quote.
Are you kidding me? Oh, man.
I don't like sand. It gets everywhere, even my butt crack. Sandstorm has 1 end run subroutine for every 2 you pay above the rest cost when you res it. Oh, yes, another live news feed. Sweet.
Uh-oh.
Sadly, no government contract.
You know what?
And bulldozer. Taxman. No. So there's a virus. 1 MU. After each successful run on HQ, give the corp a tax counter. Every 2 tax counters cause the corp to lose 1 credit at the start of each of its turns.
The virus just alters their data. The actual damage is done by government auditors. Spider Murphy.
That's nice. That's not bad. Panic button. Oh, we had that before. In the LCG. 1 credit, install a panic button only in HQ. 1 credit, draw a card, use the LBT only during a run on HQ.
That's kind of fun.
As a last resort, I'm trying something I learned from marketing. Bombard him with sexy options, and chances are he'll choose something he doesn't need.
Wow.
Love it. Although I have to say, like, the flavor text on a LCG panic button is better. It's like he pressed the button, it didn't do anything at first, so he kept pressing it. something along the lines. Swings 2006. We have to also remind, this was printed at a time where 2006 seemed like the future.
Yeah.
Ice Code Gate and the run when you res Sphinx 2006, you may pay 4 credits above the res cost to make it a sentry instead of a code gate.
Oh my god, this flavor text. Speaking of at a time.
Go ahead.
What runs on 4 megs in the morning, 2 megs in the afternoon, and 3 megs in the evening? Because, the Sphinx is riddles.
I know. It's
a
human being.
You remember in the 90s when everyone liked the mummy movies, and there were Egyptian references everywhere. 8?
So it's still 8 runner cards. I think this is going to be... We can call this now. Ha. Oh yeah, I see another government contract going on.
Government contract.
Another The Root Sandstorm. Data Sifters. Operation play only if runner trashed any nodes during his or her last turn. Give a runner a tag. Huh, this is interesting. So there's no trace involved. It's a C source without a trace, but you have to the runner has to trash nodes, and it's easy to trash nodes. Nodes are basically assets. Brainwash. Do one brain damage.
I want to watch
Very simple. Very simple. That's flavor text.
I can see clearly now. My brain is gone.
It's a very simple ice. I love it. Love it. Galatea. Sounds delicious, but it's actually like a... Isn't that the statue that came to life?
It's also like I think so.
It's also like a really
good.
It's also like a great text adventure by Emily something. Emily, oh god, my brain is also being fried now. 6 credits to res, 4 strength, ice wall, and the run. When you res a Galatea, you may pay 1 credit above the res cost to make it a code gate instead of a wall. Reconnaissance. I think we already had this one.
Reconnoiter.
Cortical simulators we already had. R&D mall, another one. Man, this it's a good artwork for the cover. Sadly, like on the cover, it doesn't look as colorful as on the card.
Yeah.
Skeleton passkeys drawn for a day.
Ooh.
Gain 9, and the corp gives you a tag. Why? This is why, Nick?
It's stim hack without the fun.
No, because you have to pay 4 for this, so you get 5. I guess if you can remove the tag in a cheap way, then that's maybe good. Research bunker. It's an region asset upgrade. The difficulty of research agendas installed in this fort is reduced by 1. So yet another like focused Sansan. I want this Proteus ice tested by dawn, but Dr. Cordite, it's already dawn. Do you think anyone in R&D knows that?
This is your rare, also. BT dubs.
Bryce Parker. Caryatid? How do you spell this, Nick?
Caryatid? I'm going to go with Caryatid. This goes along with the Galatea, so let's see if...
End the run, when you res Caryatid, you may pay 1 credit above the res cost to make it a code gate instead of a wall. All the form and twice the function of our previous model, the Galatea.
So, this is also a Greek thing. Caryatids are female figures serving as supports. The most likely deviation of their name springs from the young women of Sparta, who danced every year in honor of Artemis Caryatis.
This is garbage in program virus 1mu 3 cost. After each successful run in R&D, give the corp a garbage counter. 2 more garbage counters allow you to trash at no cost any cards accessed from R&D, even if the cards cannot be already trashed. The corp loses 2 garbage counters after any run during which this ability is used. So I guess this is kind of like a imp that you can pump.
Yeah.
On the fast track, man, this is an awesome looking artwork. Oh yeah, look at this guy.
Paul Chadwick, what else did he do? Executive file clerk?
Gain 8 if you trashed an advertisement card this turn, or gain 6 if you trashed a transaction card this turn. Love it. Oh, this is really cool.
Stake
I
out.
would totes McGoats play this.
Oh man, we're down to the last pack.
If that's not a government takeover, what will you do?
World domination? It's gotta be world domination.
World domination. Yeah, it's gotta be.
It's just gotta.
And so this time it's 7 Netrunner cards.
So it is a randomized distribution.
It's randomized, yeah.
Okay. That's good to know.
Explains why we had like such a balanced distribution in the first video that we recorded with those Proteus things. Washed up solo construct. Ice Sentry Killer, a trash program unless runner pays 1 credit. Gain 3 credits when you... Okay, we already had that, right? Or at least it seems like we already had that.
Yeah, the walking wall.
Walking wall, marked accounts, agenda this time around. When runner accesses marked accounts, give a runner a tag even if it's not installed. If marked accounts is accessed from R&D, runner must show it to you. So this is too good to be true. Except too good to be true is, I think, a 3-1, and this is a 4-2. So that's nice. Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper is 1 and run a subroutine for every 2 you pay above the rest cost when you res it.
Are you the keymaster?
No, the Slayer text says the icon alone does the most of the work for us.
What?
I don't know. Sid Meier, another Chiba Bank account, sweet guy. Oh man, look at this! Is like a very masculine pack that we just opened. If that's not a world takeover, world domination thing, then I don't even know. Ice and Data Special Report again. Sunburst cranial interface. I think slowly we're getting like we're getting to know most of the comments here. HQ Mall, Marcel D Soleil. So that's the rare.
This is your rare, yeah.
Aww, no.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. 2 credits. Trash the top cards stored in R&D. Repeat this one subroutine on a piece of ice. Oh, in this fort until the end of the run. Treat the copy of the subroutine as it appeared immediately after original subroutine. Use this ability only during a run.
That's crazy. So.
Okay, so for 2 credits and for trashing 2 cards from from R&D, you can repeat a subroutine on a piece of ice. This is good if the runner doesn't have any means to break the ice, and if there's something really nasty like trash a program or something.
Or if it's like if it's a nasty piece of ice and they broke the subroutine, don't have the cash for the next break.
Or something like this, yeah. Like you can keep doing this until you run out of money and trash like 8 cards.
Or
but then
run out of cards.
Yeah. And you mill yourself like to death to kill the runner or something. I mean, seriously, you could do that. You can do this multiple times, right?
Yeah. It seems that way.
So if doing net damage, you can just keep doing it until the runner runs out of credits, and then it's like, all right, you get 20 net damage. I trash every card in my R&D, and you get 20 net damage. Herman Revisita. Rearrange the ice installed on this fort. Use this ability only at the start of the run on this data fort for 0 credits. That's a cool one.
Yeah. Sumo 2008.
We already had this one. Mercenary subcontract. Oh yes, Black Widow, sweet. It was referenced to this other card. I think it's a really sweet looking card.
It is.
Program Icebreaker Killer 1 MU for 1 credit, break a subroutine for 2 credits plus 1 strength. And then choose an installed piece of ice when you install Black Widow. Black Widow gets plus 5 strength during each encounter with that piece of ice. It is a bit like Femme Fatale.
Yeah. I also like how Reboot this card is.
Reboot?
Did you ever watch the show Reboot?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Oh, never mind then.
It's I think I know which you want. Yeah, it looks like very like this, cheap pre-rendered, cheap CGI kind of stuff. Yeah, it is the card that Femme Fatale was inspired by. Interestingly, this just gets plus 5 strength for this piece of ice. It doesn't actually skip the ice like Femme does. So Femme is a much more powerful card than this one is.
Yeah, but she still costs 9.
Yeah, it's a weaker card, I would say. Although I guess the sentries are more important in this one.
I'm sad we didn't see world domination.
But there's still more Proteus boosters, but we won't be opening these today. We are keeping this for the eventual draft that we do with those. And then I'm sure we're gonna find a world domination. Although I heard that it's a very difficult rare to get.
Yeah.
I don't know if they back then they were all the same rarity, the rares. I think they were kind of like.
I think there are rares.
Rarer than rare.
Rarer rares and common rares.
All right, guys. So we're gonna be finishing this off, and we're gonna continue later on with some more unboxing of some other interesting stuff. So I hope you will join us next time when we will be
carefully dust off the planet that was hacked,
and we put it in a museum.
It belongs in a museum.